Hello, good morning. I hope you feel good today, and I hope all of us are gonna have a nice day filled with joy. So, I'm gonna do this special, I'm gonna start making special classes towards special people, and today's gonna be towards the lower back. So, if you don't have lower back pain, you're looking into a more intense session, you still can take that out of this session today. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with two lacrosse balls, right? So don't worry if you have the time, if you have a foam roller around, you start foam rolling instead of doing this. If you right, if you wanna take advantage of the time, but pretty much I'm putting two lacrosse balls inside of a sock. I have posted in the past how to release the back muscles, but I think it might be a little bit hard to keep up with all this info I'm throwing out there. Pretty much two lacrosse balls inside of socket, right? Here I did two knots and I have the lacrosse balls trapped. So in between is where you're gonna put your spine, right, your vertebrae at the lower back. And this is gonna go right at the lower back on the side. So we're gonna start by placing knot at the pelvis bone a little bit above where the vertebrae start. When you get to that, you're gonna place it at the lower back and you're going to start shifting your knees side to side, feeling the nice massage. If you can, keep the pelvic floor engaged with the lower abs in, not arching much. We're going to get to the arch, but right now I just want you to feel and expose those vertebrae to the ball. From here, you can grab one knee, right, and bring the knee towards your chest. This helps release the lower back as well. You can switch, right? Or you can bring both together. This is a lot of body weight on the lacrosse ball, so you're gonna feel it more. Here I like hard, intense. I like when it goes deeper in the muscle because I'm really good at dealing with pain. Anyway, it has to be something you're not tightening up, you're kind of enjoying, if that's possible. If you lift both legs up, that puts more pressure on that session. And you can turn around your hips here to see how it feels, right? This is option one. Option two. Option one, this is how would you like to start. You work there, doesn't hurt much, you just stay aware. You can go a little bit higher up on the next set of vertebrae. Here we can start playing around with the pelvis, right? Arch and no arch. But you're gonna feel when you arch, you don't feel much, right? So let's bring the belly button in, pelvic floor engaged, one knee at a time. If you want to feel how that release works for you, breathe, comparing left to right, right, and then if you can, bring both knees, and then you're gonna hug your knees. Now you're truly exposing the vertebrae there, the lower back to the lacrosse ball. Then you can spin your hips side to side, getting that nice massage, trapping the lower back muscles with the ball against the bone, right? You can lift your legs. Feel free to do things like one side higher up, other lower, right? And then you can follow through to the next sequence. And we're gonna finish here with the release again. One knee, feeling how that feels. Again, if you have time, work on that whenever it's possible. Now feel your tailbone is getting further away from the top of your head. You're lengthening the whole vertebrae, set of vertebrae, your whole spine. Switch. And if you can, you bring both at the same time. Here to me is where it's the tightest I feel. And there's a lot to do breathing with the lower back, a lot to do. If you don't really breathe through your diaphragm, there is two muscles, one on each side named quadratus lumbarium, that tends to get tight because of lack of diaphragmatic breathing. So as we are not moving much, this probably is gonna happen to you as well. Breathe, one side, other side, right? Good. So this is how you can do this release. I'm gonna follow through with the release a little bit wider apart. That's gonna hurt as well. Good, now that we did this, now just hug your both knees and feel the lengthening from the tailbone, right? Send your tailbone far away from your rib cage. You're looking into lengthening this area here. Try to engage pelvic floor, lower abs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try to get the airflow all the way to the lower back and lower abs. Now you're gonna let go one leg. We're gonna start stretching first, and then we're gonna start with the core exercise. Because lower back tends to hurt as well if you're not using your core, if you're relying on the lower back, arching the spine too. So all of that is connected. And let's switch. Right leg down, left knee up. Nice lengthening at the left side. You're feeling a stretch at inner thighs as well, groin. It's all connected because if the hip flexors are tight, they're gonna pull your pelvis off position. Right from here, grab the knee, bring to the right side. Try to feel a nice lengthening at the lower back, not arching, right? Lengthen, opening the hips as well. Try to look to your left hand, keep left shoulder blade on the floor. And let's switch sides. Left leg lengthens, right knee bends, turning to the other side. Breathing and always trying to focus on the lengthening of the spine from tailbone to the top of your head. Very good. Let's turn around to a child's pose. And here we're going to start soon. So child's pose, great to get the lengthening of the lower back as well. See how you arch the lower back? In an opposite way from here. You want to avoid this. Now you're tucking your tailbone under and try to feel right side of your butt further, going further away first. These hands can both go to the left. And now let's push left side of your butt further away. Hands go to the right. Always breathing to stay connected with the body and the mind. And now we're gonna go to all fours and gonna do little cat and cow. Slowly drop your belly, feel the arch at your spine. Breathe, try to relax, chest out, lengthening the spine, trying to relax where you feel the tenderness. And now from pelvic floor, lower abs, push your spine all the way up, and I want you to focus at the lower back. So we're gonna breathe and try to bring the airflow all to the area. And when you exhale, try to relax the area with counts of 5. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let the breath take its own rhythm again. Right, and we're gonna drop one more time. Lengthening the spine, chest out, shoulders away from your ears. Try to feel the extension of your spine. You're flexing the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. And now you're gonna extend the most you can. Focus on the lower back again. So for that, lower abs engage and push the vertebrae further and further away. Very good. Little bit of a downward facing dog. Send your hips all the way up. And the butt's going up to the ceiling. And let's play around with the pelvic position here. So if the belly button drops to the floor, you arch the vertebrae a little bit, and then you open the back of your legs a little bit more in glutes, and now hide your tailbone a little bit, and try to focus on the lower back. And we're gonna go for a little bit of anterior fold. You can bend your knees here and focus here. Keep pushing this all the way up. Breathe, tuck your chin in, drop your head to lengthen your spine from there. Bringing airflow all the way to the tight area. Very good. We have just one more here. You're gonna go to all fours position, trying to get the back straight. You're gonna lift the right leg, but be careful when you do that, because when you lift the right leg, tendency is to collapse. Don't collapse. Keep pushing your lower back away from you. And you're gonna push the left foot a little bit forward, the right foot a little bit towards the left, and keep hiding your tailbone. You're gonna feel a nice stretch all over here on the right side of your lower back. So from all fours, lift your right leg, bring a little bit to the left, belly the button in, and push the hips further away from your rib cage and towards the right side. Turn your chest to the right a little bit and square down. Inhale to the right, exhale, square down one more time. And let's switch sides. Lift your left, go a little bit to the right, belly button in, and push your hips to the left. So left leg to the right, hips to the left. Turn your chest to the right a little bit and square down. Inhale, chest to the right, exhale down. Keep hiding that tailbone. Very good. So let's start. Gonna have a sip of coffee. Let's start. You're gonna lay on your back and we're gonna do core exercises now, light core exercises. Because we opened the lower back. So now you have to remind your body you have core. So your body gets back into using the core to stand, to stay upright, and then your lower back. There is a deep connection between weak abs muscle with lower back pain. All right, so from here, remember the cat and cow we did? Arch, don't arch. Arch, don't arch. And probably if you have lower back pain, you're probably arching a lot. So try to push your spine against the floor, expose the lower back towards the floor by using pelvic floor and lower abs muscles. Now from here, keep this rib cage engaged as well. Don't let it arch. Squeeze your abs, bring right knee up. Down, exhale, knee up. Good. So let's alternate at first. Breathe to keep you safe, right? And see if you can check that the lower back is touching the floor and you're using your core here. How do you know? Squeeze that guy, try to feel with the pelvic floor and breathe. Now, you can stay here or you can start with both. Both knees down and up. Reset, squeeze, bring it up. Reset, squeeze, bring it up. But I want the pelvic floor with the abs. If this is too easy, don't touch the floor anymore. You have 8 more reps. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, use your abs to resist the legs going down. Abs, bring your legs up. Keep lengthening your spine. Have the image of your tailbone to the top of your head. And your core is working more than your hip flexors. You have 4 more reps. 4, 3, make sure both sides of your pelvis are square and balanced. You don't have a hip hike there. Hug your knees and bring it close to your chest again to release the lower back. So what is a hip hike? Is one side gets closer to the rib cage than the other, right? Like in the case, left side of your hips is closer to the rib cage than the right side. You want to make sure that both sides are on the same level, right? And both sides are open, in which means your femur externally rotating to get some butt engagement. We are going to repeat the sequence again. Ready? So it's going to be 1 knee at a time. Keep checking if this lengthening here is the same, if you're engaging your pelvic floor. Now, if that doesn't hurt and if your core work and you want to advance, bring both knees up and down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. If you can deal with that and it doesn't hurt, your feet don't touch the floor anymore. And then if this is too easy, you can lengthen your legs. But all depends if you can work and keep your spine against the floor. Don't let it arch, right? Keep it tight here. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, slowly down and up. Slowly down and up. You have 5 more reps. If this hurts, regress. Bring it back. 4, 3, 2, and hug your knees again. Bring close to your chest. We have just one more set there. It's gonna be a short Good workout to release the lower back pain. And if you tend to feel pain again, you're gonna get back to this and you're gonna do this again. Right now, see, it's such a nice stretch for the lower back. You're spreading the lower back. If it doesn't feel much, hug your knees closer and try to breathe and allow your hips to touch the floor every time you exhale. The breath is what is going to do the miracle here. And last set. Ready? Start alternating if you want. Feeling who is working more, hip flexors or abs. Put your hand there. See how much can you engage core and not this. If you want some kind of activation in your legs, it's inner thighs. Inner thighs to pelvic floor, to the core, to the lower ribs, right? That's what you expect. Going up to your chest as well because it's all connected. Feel free to tap the floor or not. You have 8 more reps. Inhale, exhale. Really put your mind into it. If you disperse and start thinking about the world and the stuff you gotta do, you're not gonna pay attention, and then the hip flexors are gonna take over and the lower back is gonna take over, and then you're gonna use these tight muscles instead of your core. You need to breathe and feel your body. 1 more rep. Good, and hug the knees again. And now you're going to do a bridge articulation, in which means have the image of the spine in your head, and then you're going to try to take your spine off the floor, your hips and your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. It's not easy practice, but it's going to help you with the lower back. So start with pelvic floor, lower abs, and now vertebrae by vertebrae, you keep trying to lift off the floor, and at the same time you're lengthening, sending those lower vertebrae further away from the next vertebrae. Keep bringing until you feel mid-back off the floor, and then you're gonna go slowly down again, vertebrae by vertebrae. Try. You're trying to create motion at the spine through your core. Not easy. Don't give up. Don't get frustrated. You're learning about your body. Arch and then start. Low pelvic floor, lower abs, vertebrae by vertebrae, leaving the floor. Keep going until the next, until going to the mid back. Now stay here a little bit. Keep feeling deep pelvic floor, lower abs. Keep lengthening your spine further away from the next vertebrae, one by one. And slowly down, vertebrae by vertebrae if you can. Haha. Good job. Very good. Let me see the sequence. And now we are gonna do a knee plank. So why a knee plank? Because if you feel lower back pain, you're probably gonna act up when you get to the plank. So down to your elbows and down to your knees, and start here. From here, I want you to bring it in and stay strong here with almost what we did with the bridge articulation. You're gonna keep connecting the pelvic floor, lower abs with those lower ribs. Breathe and keep trying to get the space between the vertebrae further away from each other. Let's focus on both sides and pushing the floor with your core. Now, if you feel your abs and your lower back doesn't hurt, beautiful. Take your knees off the floor and work from here. Still lengthening. I'm gonna put my knees down to show you. Keep pushing this further away and towards the ceiling. This is the area that is tight, because if you do this, it's gonna hurt. Just 1 more belly breath there. Inhale, exhale, and let's switch back to back, both, right? Oh, this is so boring. This is learning with your body and trying to address the lower back pain. And I don't know, the first time I learned about this pelvic spine articulation here, I fell in love with it. So pelvic floor, lower abs, try to lengthen your spine, and vertebrae by vertebrae, they leave the floor. And then you're going up on the bridge, pushing your knees further and further away from you. Breathe. Until you get to the shoulder blades. What a nice stretch. Oh, this feels so good. And now slowly, one by one. Keep lengthening, vertebrae by vertebrae when it gets to the floor. And one more time. Pelvic floor, lower abs. Keep bringing the belly button towards your spine. Really focus on that. How would you bring your belly button deep towards your spine? Until mid back. And then slowly down. Not easy, huh? Turn around again. And let's do that plank with the knees for 6 belly breaths. Right? Elbows tight. Lower your hips same level. Right? Not here. Same level. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Expand the lower back. Inhale. Bring airflow there. Exhale. Expand. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Airflow to the lower back. Exhale. Feel taller from tailbone to the top of your head for 3 more belly breaths. Very good. All right. So now we're going to do a little bird dog. So we have just 2 more exercises back to back. Shoulders at the same line at the hips. Don't arch. Very important. So hands under your shoulders, elbow pits facing forward. You're going to first lift your right leg. And now, are you arching? Try to feel if you can keep the right leg up and the abs engaged. Hips both sides parallel. And now you're going to lengthen the left arm. And you're trying to lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Keep abs engaged. You're sustaining yourself through your core. Keep lengthening. Then we're going to move. Inhale. Connect elbow and knee. Exhale. Lengthen. Trying to not arch the lower back. Keep pushing your lower back to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Just one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And let's switch. Raise your left leg. Make sure you're not arch. Keep the belly button in. Lengthen your spine. And right arm goes further away. Inhale. Exhale. Reach further. Inhale. Exhale. Keep lengthening the lower back. Inhale. Exhale. Connect. And lengthen. Abs pushing against the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen. And you got just one more time. Inhale. And exhale. We are going to go back, turn around to a dead bug now. It is basically the same movement. You're down here on the floor. Lengthen your spine. Bend your knees. Hands on top of your shoulders. First, you're going to start just left leg down and up. Trying to feel your abs engaged, not allowing your hips to shift side to side, same level. Inhale, exhale up. Now, if you can, you're going to bring left leg and right arm down, abs engaged, squeeze, bring it up. Inhale, exhale, and here you're checking if you can feel lower abs left side, upper abs right side. How do you know? You breathe through the movement. If this is hurting your back, bring the right knee down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Just twice more. 2 and 1, and let's switch. Right leg and left arm. Keep lengthening both sides of your spine. Don't tie to one side. That might be one of the roots of the lower back pain. One more time only. turn around, just one more set of each and you're done. All fours, lengthen your spine, right, nice, right leg up, abs tight. Don't arch. Make sure this is distant from your rib cage. Both sides, left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, reach further. Inhale. Exhale, reach further. And now we are going to connect elbow and knee for twice. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen for 2. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen for 1. And let's switch sides. Lengthen your left leg, stretch, check, don't arch. Abs tight, keep the rib cage connected with the hips. Both sides of your hips further away from your rib cage. You're lengthening your spine. And lift right arm whenever you're ready. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pushing the floor with your abs one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. That's it. So we did muscle release, stretch, and we did core activation, light exercise for core activation. Try to start with this, see how can you progress, and very important, remember to keep the pelvis aligned, right? Not anterior tilt when you put all the load on the lower back. Bring belly button in. If it hurts your lower back, it's your body giving you a signal there is something wrong. Gotta remember to bring this. So instead of keeping this tight, tuck it in and through pelvic floor and abs activation. And second, make sure one side is not lower than the other or internally rotated, right? Like this can be tight and bring your thigh inward and then your hips become uneven. So you wanna try to keep it uneven, even through the movement. There are a bunch of different ways to you to check that. I'm gonna post something specific about that. So anyway, I hope you have a nice day and I see you later on for 11 a.m. for low impact cardio. It's just feel good cardio, low impact, you should do it. 12 p.m. Lloyd is gonna be on with 20 minutes high intense interval training, and later on Anja is gonna be at 6 p.m. with power yoga flow. Can't miss all that program for today, yeah? Move through the day, drink water, eat well, right? Healthy, no, don't overeat, avoid refined sugar, exercise. This is gonna get your immune system stronger, and in case you get sick, you are strong to fight anything that comes around. And the healthier you become, the better you feel. That's all it is. Enjoy your